Are the Kansas City Chiefs a sports NFL dynasty? Heavy question was being asked until up to this Super Bowl. A lot of decisions were to be made on this Super Bowl. You know, to be a dynasty, man, you have to at least, I would say, win 3 in a certain amount of time. You know, it could be 2 debatably. It depends. It could be 2, and then let's say the Chiefs lost this year, which obviously they didn't. They won, and they win next year. I still would have considered that a dynasty. What aren't other dynasty in sports? Patriots, obviously a dynasty. The Bulls, obviously a dynasty. Warriors, dynasty. Who else? Maybe the Cowboys with Aikman and Mike Irvin. I don't know. You consider that a dynasty? I'll consider that the lowest of all dynasties. And I do consider the Kansas City Chiefs a dynasty, to answer the question. In the last 60 years of Mahomes starting, Mahomes not obviously been in the league 7 years, but was on the bench all first year. And I think the Kings need to do that more. Keep your rookie on the bench the first year, because it seems to be working. We saw Jordan Love this year, and Rodgers had done that. A lot of good quarterbacks did that the first year or so. Teams should be looking into that. But 6 years as a starter, 6 AFC Championship games, 4 Super Bowls, 3-1 in the Super Bowl, 2 losses in the AFC Championship game. The fact that it's just been to the AFC Championship game every time, obviously won their division every time, it's a dynasty. I mean, no one has won that much in the last 6 years whatsoever. It has 3 Super Bowl rings. Obviously, was in another Super Bowl too. So they're not letting anyone in the AFC get to the AFC Championship game, and then to the Super Bowl 4 out of the 6 times. And then it's 3-1 in the Super Bowl, and then it's not 2-2. It's 3-1 in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, it's a dynasty in my opinion. If they had lost the Super Bowl, then it's very debatable. It probably wouldn't have officially been yet, but I think it's officially a dynasty. And it's like Mahomes said, the thing is just getting going, man. It's just getting going. It has more and more to go. They're going to get better on offense with the receivers coming into this year. It was crazy because if any year to beat them, it had to be this year, but it wasn't. I think it's a dynasty, man. I mean, there's no way around it. I mean, in 6 seasons, 4 Super Bowl appearances, 3-1 in the Super Bowls. I mean, it's 3 Super Bowl wins. I mean, and let's say this goes to 3-peat, then we're talking about it being one of maybe the best dynasty ever. I mean, because no one else has 3-peated in the NFL. Obviously, we've seen it in sports with Michael Jordan. To me, Mahomes is Michael Jordan, and LeBron and Tom Brady is kind of like LeBron, but it's a dynasty. There's no question about it. There's no question. I mean, there's nothing really to argue anymore. I mean, it's a dynasty. I mean, it's 3. You got to get to 3. 3 is the number in the short amount of time in the fashion. You know, 2 and the fashion is kind of like, you know, it's most likely never going to be it, because let's say they did lose this and you couldn't really say, even though they've been to it 4 times, but it's 3-1, man, in the Super Bowl in the last 6 years. And then the other 2, it's not like they didn't make the playoffs or lost in the first round. It's to the AFC Championship every time. It's a dynasty. It's not even close. It's a dynasty. It's a dynasty. It's winning, you know. It's the fact that they had the 3 championships, which that you can't even argue, plus the fact that the 3 times out of the 6 years that it wasn't, they were in the Super Bowl, so they still made it to the Super Bowl, and then the other 2, it wasn't even like they were first round exits, because that goes into play. If they're first round exits or second round exits, no, they were the AFC Championship every single time. You feel me? So it's like, there's just no question about it. They are a dynasty. Give them their credit, and it's ongoing. And it's ongoing. And it's ongoing, man. Sheesh.